you will complete it. You will see it through, yeah. I know that you're still working on me, and everything that you say you'll do, 'cause I believe that you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful. I'll trust your every word, 'cause I believe that you're working for my good. Yes, you're committed. From sunrise to sunset, till the sun comes back up again, you're by my side. You started a good work in me. I know that you will complete it. You will see it through, yeah. I know that you're still working on me, and everything that you say you'll do, 'cause I believe that you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful. You are my hope, you are my future, you are the mountain mover, you are faithful. You are my hope, you are my future, you are the mountain mover, you are faithful. You started a good work in me. I know that you will complete it. You will see it through, yeah. I know that you're still working on me, and everything that you say you'll do, 'cause I believe that you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful.
Hey everyone! I'm Erica, and I just ran a 5K race this afternoon! I didn't win, but I also didn't give up. I made it all the way to the finish line, so it's time to celebrate! Yeah! Oh man, I have been training all month for this race, so it has taken a lot of commitment. Commitment is making a plan and putting it into practice. I made a plan, and I practiced a lot. All that running. And strength training. And even training my brain. For a month, it's like training has been my life. Like, I thought about this race constantly. When I decided what to eat, when I chose how to spend my time, from morning until night, I kept my mind on the race. That's what you gotta do when you truly commit to something. Like, you've gotta live like it's important to you. Today's story is about a woman who lived her whole life that way. I'll see you when you get back. I've gotta get this party started!
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Mark, chapter 12, verses 41 through 44.
When Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey the week before Passover, the crowds were excited.
Hosanna! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna! In the name of the Lord!
But the religious leaders were not.
He's turning the world upside down.
We'll have to fix that, won't we?
All week, the religious leaders sent men to try trapping Jesus with trick questions.
Teacher, is it right to pay taxes to Caesar?
Every time, Jesus gave a wise answer that caught them off guard.
Give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give back to God what belongs to God.
Jesus knew the religious leaders were so puffed up with pride, they didn't want people to listen to anyone else. Jesus even warned the crowds about them.
Watch out for the teachers of the law. They love to have the most important seats. They take over the houses of widows. They say long prayers to show off.
One afternoon, Jesus and his disciples visited the temple. They sat down to rest for a moment across from the box where people came to put money they offered to God. Perhaps the disciples, mostly poor fishermen themselves, were impressed by the rich men giving gifts.
Check out his robes.
I think they actually might be silk.
Jesus watched the rich men dropping handfuls of gold coins into the box. He knew that, like the religious leaders, they were proud to show how important they were.
Check this out, world. Money, money, money. Always sunny in a rich man's world.
Even though these wealthy men were giving impressive amounts of money, Jesus knew they had so much, this was easy for them. Simply a drop in the bucket.
Huh. She looks a little out of place.
The next person in line clearly wasn't wealthy. In fact, her patched robe showed she didn't have an extra cent to spare.
A widow, probably.
At that time, if a woman's husband died, she had no way to earn money and often had to live on next to nothing.
2 pennies?
How's that gonna help anyone?
Jesus was watching the woman too, but he saw something different, something more.
Come over here, all of you.
The disciples gathered around Jesus.
What I'm about to tell you is true. That poor widow has put more into the offering box than all the others.
Jesus' friends tried to sort it out.
Excuse me, pennies versus gold?
You couldn't buy an order of fish nuggets with that.
Jesus knew what his disciples were thinking.
The others all gave a lot because they are rich, but she gave even though she is poor. She put in everything she had. That was all she had to live on.
Oh.
When you put it like that.
The rich men, like the religious leaders, were concerned with what things looked like on the outside. They didn't want to give in a big way that might force them to change on the inside. But the poor woman, who had almost nothing, chose to give everything. And Jesus saw her heart and knew that her pennies were worth far more than the rich man's gold.
Nobody else thought a poor woman giving 2 small coins was a big deal. But Jesus saw the truth. Other people gave because they were rich. This woman gave everything she had because she was putting her trust in God. She was living for Him. And that's something to celebrate. Woo! Yeah! Living for God is about more than giving money. It's about trying to include God in every part of your day. It's about asking yourself before every choice you make, does this honor God? I could copy my friend's homework or do the work myself, like I'm supposed to. I'm gonna do the work. Or ask yourself, does what I'm about to do show love to others? My friend didn't get me anything for my birthday. Should I get even by giving her nothing? Or should I forgive her? Well, I did already wrap it. She's gonna love it. If you ask yourself those questions, it'll help keep your mind on God. It'll help you think about how Jesus lived and loved others. This probably won't become a habit overnight. That's why the one thing to remember today is this: practice living for God. The more you practice asking yourself, does this honor God? And does this show love to others? The more natural it becomes. It feels good to commit to something and stick to it. I'm glad I committed to running a 5K. I feel stronger and healthier, and between you and me, I think I'm going to start training for another one. But first, we celebrate!
Out with the bad air, in with the good. Give it up! Left more. Come on, kick. I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. This will be a piece of cake. Oh. You were so fast.
2 out of 3.
8 out of 10.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Lawson.
And welcome to the So-and-So Show.
And I personally am very excited to be here today because I have something special up my sleeve.
Oh, really? You got a surprise for us?
No, I have something special up my sleeve.
Oh, you meant that literally. I mean, usually when people use that expression, it's because they have a surprise or they have something unexpected to share.
Oh, well, I have that too.
Oh, really? What is it?
Please welcome someone who knows stuff.
Ooh.
Hey, sis, come on in. Grab a seat.
All right, you're Lawson's sister?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Oh, yeah, you know me. Yes, Brandon is my name. Lawson, talk about me?
Yep.
Who does he think's funnier, me or John?
You know what? I have a better question for you. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you know?
Well, I'm Ivy Catherine, and I know a lot about music.
Oh, that's cool. Do you play an instrument or something?
Yeah, I play several, but the most fun is playing in our family band.
Family. You have a family band?
I've told you this before, Brandon.
No, you have not. I would have remembered that.
Flashback!
What are we going to do on the show this week? I feel like we've done everything.
We can bring on my sister and brothers. We have a really cool family band.
There's just nothing new out there.
And that's happened 3 other times. I'd flash back to those 2, but it's literally the same interaction.
No way. I'm sorry, Lawson. A family band sounds really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, what kind of music do you play?
So we do mashups and covers of songs, but we have our own unique style of how we do it.
Yeah, there are 7 of us, but we all play the same piano. But it's not just the keys. We open up the top and we play the strings and the sides of the piano as well.
What? 7 people on one piano?
Most of the time, yeah. Sometimes we'll add in a few other things like a tambourine or a bongo drum, but that's it.
Wait, okay, does it hurt the piano to like bang on it like that?
No, not at all. It's actually a very robust instrument.
Huh.
Everyone wonders that, though.
Yeah, that must be a lot of hard work getting the parts down just right.
It is. 2 of our brothers do the arrangement, and then from there we divide up the parts, learn the music, figure out choreography, and then it's hours and hours and hours of practice.
Yeah, we practice until we fall over.
Seriously?
No, not till we actually fall. You know, we just practice a lot.
Because if one person gets off beat, it can throw off the whole piece.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So how long does it take for you to learn one piece?
About a month from start to finish.
Yeah, it takes a lot of commitment, even just for one piece, but I think it's totally worth it. Do you want to see a sample?
Absolutely.
Cue the video.
Man, that was awesome. You guys, thank you for coming on the show, Ivy, Catherine.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, Lawson, that was great. Seriously, you should have told me you had a family band sooner.
I did, Brandon.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys,
Hey, Kellen.
Hey.
what's going on today?
Oh, Lawson's sister came on. Their family is so talented. Did you know he's in a family band?
Of course, Lawson's always talking about them.
Okay, I get it.
What's going on with you, Kellen?
Well, today's story begins with Jesus and his disciples hanging out where people gave their offerings at the temple. You guys up for helping me out?
Sure thing.
You got it.
Great, because it's time for human head puppet theater.
Whoa. Sure is a big crowd of people to give money at the temple today, right, Jesus?
I have so much money. How should I lighten the load of my heavy pockets? I guess I'll give some to the temple, to God, because I'm so generous. Money.
Jesus watched the crowds come and put their money into the offering boxes, a lot like how today we put money into the offering at church. There were a lot of rich people who came and gave large amounts.
Oh, don't mind me. Just giving a lot of money today.
Wow, the people here really are generous. Don't you think so, Jesus?
How much should I give to God today? I have a lot. I suppose I can give a lot. Ooh, look at me being all generous and stuff.
A little later, a poor widow came into the temple. She put in 2 very small copper coins. They were only worth a few pennies.
What? That lady caught your attention?
Jesus said, "That poor widow has put more into the offering box than all the others."
What? No, Jesus, didn't you see what all the others gave? I mean, they gave way more. Way more.
The others gave a lot because they are rich, but she gave even though she is poor. She put in everything she had. That was all she had to live on.
That is generous.
Jesus knew that by giving all she had, the poor widow was trusting God with her entire life. The end.
Bravo!
That's amazing.
Isn't it? The poor widow had so much faith. She showed us what it could look like to live completely for God.
I wish I had that much faith.
You can. But like everything else, living for God takes practice. It takes commitment.
Like with your family band.
Totally.
Thanks for the story, Kellen.
Anytime. I'll see you guys later.
I really do want to learn how to live for God.
Well, then let's learn together. Reveal the question.
How can you live for God?
Yeah, that's a big question. Where do you even start?
It's like Kellen said, it takes practice. You
Yeah.
can practice by hearing what God says to us in the Bible or through other people.
Yeah, you can live for God when you pray and when you talk to other people about Him.
Yeah, it's about honoring God and treating others the way you want to be treated.
What are some of your answers? How can you live for God?
You guys talk it out, and we'll see you next time.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Lawson, and this was the
So-and-so
Show! So-and-so Show. Is that the So-and-Show? Yes, I think it is. Wow, the So-and-so Show is my favorite kids show ever. 5, 6, 7, 8, off. Coming to a streaming service near you. Recorder solo.
Oh no.
This was a mistake.
Yeah, I think so.
We took a vote, you're out of the band.